Let me ask you a question then. I hear a lot of people, I'm going to premise the question first. A lot of people tell me now that most managers are copying Pep Guardiola. If that's true, has Pep Guardiola, with his methodical, scientific approach to the game, has he killed football then, in your opinion? Has he made it worse in your view? Because now everything is regimented, there's less flair, there's less personality. It's all about the system as opposed to individuals within a system. Do you believe that Pep's made football worse?
I don't think he's killed it because he's doing what he believes is right for the club that he's at, whether that be Barca, Bayern or Man City. I think the problem is because he's so good at what he does, everyone else is trying to keep up with him by doing the same thing. So it's not necessarily him, it's the people that are trying to copycat him. Because everyone's trying this playing out from the back rubbish. Look at the game at the weekend. How many times did David Raya have his foot on the ball for 20 seconds because he didn't have a pass? Like, come on. Yeah, that's not football. Yeah, but when Ederson had the ball, he didn't have his foot on the ball for 20 seconds. Bish, bash, posh, pass, they're out. Yeah, and it's like everyone's trying to copy Pep. I wouldn't say Pep's killed it. Pep's just doing what he is doing, and it's successful. Look how many trophies he's won. Everyone's trying to keep up with him, and they think by keeping up with him, oh, what we'll do is we'll copy him, we'll imitate him, we'll do exactly the same. The problem is they can't do it like him. Yeah, how many times have we heard the next Neymar? Well, I'm still waiting. Like Mikhailo Mudryk, the Ukrainian Neymar, do me a favor. How many times we heard the next Ronaldo? Right? There's always somebody trying to copy something, but let's be real. Nobody's ever going to be able to copy what Pep does. Yeah, and not only that, Pep does the playing out from the back, and everyone does try and play like Pep. But then Pep can tweak and change stuff mid-season. Nathan Ake, left back. Yeah, gets rid of Cancelo. See ya, you're out the club. Now Nathan Ake's at left back. And now, when you look at our club, we're still playing inverted. Well, he ain't playing inverted. Do you know what I'm saying? So everyone's trying to keep up with him by trying to do what he's doing, but he's already 2 years ahead of this lot every time. Yeah, guarantee you, we get rid of Zinchenko in the summer. Guarantee it. And I guarantee we don't do this inverted stuff anymore. We'll still do it here and there, but it won't be so consistent with it like it is with Zinchenko, because Pep's gone away from doing it consistent.
It's always going to it's always going to change. And I was talking to my brother about this the other day. Obviously, Sports Orient are in League One right now. And he's talking about how Leyton Orient haven't had like a proper number 9 in years. So, but that's because clubs stopped producing number 9s because it was phased out due to styles of play. Everybody was using kind of more like you had like the Rooney, Aguero, Tevez, Suarez-esque strikers who weren't target men number 9s. You had a handful like Lewandowski and Harry Kane. Harry Kane's very different though. But now suddenly there's an emergence of number 9s coming through, and it's becoming a more popular position to have. And I said to him, even at your level, in another 2 or 3 years, because all the big clubs now around Europe producing number 9s, there's going to be an abundance of them. Not all at the elite level, but from the bottom of the pyramid to the top, you're going to see more number 9s. You'll have more kids going, I want to be, and it will happen. I want to play. I want to be more like, I want to be like a Haaland. That's what I want to do. And football goes through these cycles. When it comes to Pep, did he kill football? Look, I don't think football's dying. A lot of people say it is. Football's never been bigger, never been more popular, never been watched more. It is packaged and marketed very well. But no, I think I love it. I'm not going to lie. I'm sitting here.
Terry, yeah, I watch a lot of football. Yeah, not just Premier League, Spanish League, Portuguese League every now and again. Yeah, but it's dead, mate. It is shocking. That's why I said to you about that lad at left back for Granada. Yeah, top player. Do you know why? Because he can play football. It's not been coached out of him. He's not having to stay in one little space, an area on the pitch. And like, I
think you're just, Lee, I don't mean this rudely. I think you're just getting old.
But I am old, Terry. You'll never catch me.
But this is what I mean. But like my dad, that's kind of like, he's a Spurs fan. He likes his team. But the older he got, the more he's like, I don't really like it anymore. This actually happens.
Can I ask you a question? Right, that game at the weekend, Arsenal City. Yeah, was that an entertaining football match for you?
Yes.
For me, it weren't. Yeah, okay. When I've watched Arsenal Man United back in the day, right, 2 teams again going for a title, that was entertaining. Do you know why? Because they both played football. At the weekend, that was 2 teams that weren't trying to play football. They were just trying not to lose.
So let me just cut in there a second. I said during the game to my brother.
I'm happy with the result. But
no. Yeah, it's a great segue into what we're talking about. For me, I said it in my match reaction. Games like that, I disagree. I believe I've seen many of those games through the 90s and through the noughties. I've seen great Man United Arsenal games like that. I've seen great Man United Chelsea games like that, where there's very few chances. Both teams defend impeccably well. And what I likened it to, and I said it in my match reaction, it's not just between you and I now. Wouldn't want a game like that every week, but I enjoy those types of chess match style games. They remind me of two great Italian teams playing each other. And I think it's in my lifetime anyway. I can't speak for the entirety of football because I wasn't alive. In my lifetime, I've seen in most seasons when you've got multiple top teams in a league. The problem we've had in the Prem, you've had Liverpool, you've had City, and then everybody else has been so much below them. I believe the gap is being bridged. City is still the best, but the gap is being bridged. So what you then get is these more edgier games because of how good both sides are. So I understand it all depends on how you view. I think it's all disposition. It's all about how you view football and what you want it to look like. For me, what I saw at the weekend was two teams defend from the midfield backwards. They both defended for large parts so well that it stopped the opponents from being able to do anything. And I appreciate that element of the game just as much as I appreciate.
Oh yeah, don't get it twisted, Terry. I grew up on
the goals and everything else.
Yeah, I grew up on 1-0 to the Arsenal. Yeah, I'll take 1-0, 1-0, 1-0 every week if it means we win a league. Yeah, and listen, I'm not upset that we won the game. I'm buzzing we won the game. You put my reaction out and all of that. Big up to you. Right? My point is, it comes back to that guy's super chat a minute ago. Where's the elegance? Where's the world-class player that's going to step? And I know Martinelli scored the goal and fair play. You know what? I love Martinelli. But where's the players? And these two top teams, first and second last season, treble winners, second place bottle jobs. Yeah, they're the two top teams in the league based off of last season. We're currently still up there as well. Right, but where's that little bit of genius, that little bit of spark, that little bit of... And when it was very tactical, and it did remind me of the AC Milan Juve final. The worst Champions League final I've ever watched in my life. They could still be playing now and never score. Right, but then when I watched Barcelona, Real Madrid, El Clasicos back in the day, yeah, it went like that. Yeah, and it comes back to why? Because they had freedom to play football. You had your Ronaldinhos, your Zidanes, and players like that. And I know I'm talking about top players, but
yeah,
they had something that you could.
Where I disagree, you mentioned that the All Italian Champions League final. I remember many a Chelsea Man United game when both our clubs were full of world class players in the noughties. I remember many of them being similar to what happened at the weekend, and it's always happened. Now I understand if every football match was like that, it would take something away, but most football matches are not. This was just two brilliant teams. I understand El Clasico has a very different cultural background. Both go out to attack and be open up, and that's, I think it's part of the culture of their league and that game in itself. This is how you're meant to go and do it. But I don't necessarily think English football has ever had a fixture that's like that. There might be a few and rival people that might actually know when we play certain teams, it's always open, it's always expansive, and maybe that's kind of happened. But I actually enjoyed watching it, and I think it was what you had to do. Where you've been beaten in the last couple of seasons since you've been a better team by City is you've been too gun-ho, you've left too much space in behind, and they've been able to transition into you and exploit space. So you have to hold back. Holding back makes it harder then to break down one of the best teams in the world because you weren't committing the extra man or two forward. And at the end of the day, I understand you'd want it to be more expansive. But the approach from an Arsenal point of view, I don't believe the goal was lucky, by the way. Yes, it deflected, but it looked to me like it was going top bins anyway.
It was going top corner as well.
Yeah, that was going in. I don't think it was lucky. I think it was an excellent win. And
goals. It must have been on target.
Yeah, exactly. In terms of the game in itself, it's such a huge moment for you. I think mentality-wise, it will be great. The way you guys pocketed Haaland, it's a better start to the campaign last year in terms of you're 2 points ahead of the favourites now, as opposed to one at this same stage. And it seemed to be, you could see at the end, there was almost a relief in that stadium, but then also a happiness at the 3 points. How important do you think this could be for your season ahead? Now you've got this kind of monkey off your back of beating City, excellent start to the season, 2 years running, and a team that's got a couple of players to return now, Martinelli looking on fire. You must be excited about this next stage of the season.
Yes, I am. But again, I'm not going to be knee sliding across the floor, Terry. Yeah, because we could beat Man City home and away and still not win it. We were 8 points clear of Man City and didn't win it. We were 93% champions. We didn't win it. So I'm not going to get too carried away. Man City have got a few players out injured. Rodri, massive miss for them. Yeah, I don't care how we beat City. Just beat them. Yeah. So there's people in saying, "Oh, you're so upset by it." No, not at all. I was buzzing that Arsenal beat Man City, not just because we beat Man City, but because of the psychological damage that we've had off of them over the years. The 5-0 at the Etihad, Xhaka red card, the 3-0s and 3-1s and Aguero hat tricks that I've seen witnessed live. Every time David Silva, Wenger's last season, 3-0 in that game. Like, I've seen us get pammed a lot of times by Man City, 6-3 and stuff like that. But I think that'll do one or two things. That'll either wake this football club up properly, because January's coming. Because last January, this club weren't serious, mate. Yes, Trossard, and people are so reactionary to it. Oh, you said Trossard's the best player, and he's done nothing for 2 games. Cool, whatever. He's still the best technically gifted player at our club. He's been shocking for 2 games. But then they allow Eddie Nketiah to stink it out every week, and it's a free pass. Have a bit of consistency with it. But it does one or two things. We either go out in January and say, right, we are now serious. Go and get me Ivan Toney. Go and get Pedro Neto. 2 players I've wanted at this club for 3 years. Go and get me another midfielder. I don't know who that may be, but go and find a decent one. Now we're serious. Now Pep and Man City are looking, thinking, oh, hold up a minute. We've got to hope De Bruyne's going to be all right when he comes back. We ain't really got much in attack if we can't provide the goals for Haaland. Where's their creativity? They had none at the weekend, Man City. I'm not dissing Man City, because I think they're far and away a better club than we are right now. From top to bottom. But if we don't go out there in January and show some kind of intent, Man City will win it again. So this result means nothing. But in the grand scheme of things, we've got that monkey off our back. It's what can it do for us going forward? There's loads of questions behind it. Because if we had lost to them, oh, well, that's it then. The season's done. Whereas the season's not officially done now, is it? And the thing for me, Terry, I'm not going to go too reactionary with it. But at the same time, I have seen this club last season under this manager with a lot of the same players bottle an 8-point lead. So even if we get 8 points clear and this fan base go into, delirium again, I'm just going to be sitting there going, no, hold up, mate. Do you not remember last season? We've got Timber coming back soon. Thomas Partey, when he came on, unbelievably good. Declan Rice has been superb since he's got here. And I likened it to, he's not got the goals, different type of position, but he's walked into Arsenal like Jude's walked into Real Madrid. It's like, I deserve to be here.
Can I ask you about Declan Rice? He played in that left-sided